Okay, so just to recap what we have seen in the previous session, I'll just tell you at a brief. So if anyone joined new, they can understand what we have done and what we have seen. Okay, so what we have to do, we started with the very first thing. The very first thing that we have done is preparing the environment. So preparing the environment is the first step that we have to follow in order to configure the decisioning environment. So what we have to do here, enable the CDH services, ADM, RTDG, DDS stream, real time, and yeah, batch background processing. So all these services we have to enable using the setDNV.bat file. Okay, using the setDNV.bat file. Go to this path which I showed in the PPT, and you have to set these values. So then we have to go to the Dev Studio. First is the Admin Studio. Go to the nodes, select the node, then verify whether this service is displayed. Whether this service is displayed. Second thing we have to do is go to the Dev Studio. So within the Dev Studio, go to the configure, decisioning, infrastructure. Okay, configure, decisioning, infrastructure, then verify each tab whether service status is normal. Okay, so this is what we have done in the preparing environment. Second thing is using Cassandra database mainly for scalability and availability. So it is recommendation for decisioning projects from Pega. Not compulsory, but again it's recommendation. It's up to you, but it's recommended. Third thing is context dictionary. So I told you the context dictionary is used to configure contexts. Context means audience. Audience. Okay. Context means audience. So what is the primary context? What is the secondary context? What is the associated context? So you can have multiple contexts, but at a given point of time there will only be one primary context. So primary context means the main audience that you are promoting. Secondary context means the future audience that you are promoting. Okay, for example, customers, non-customers, social media followers. So like this, different types of audience will be there, like inpatients, outpatients. Okay, so inpatients is one context, outpatients is another context. Then the associated data means, for example, if you take inpatient, so that patient, whatever disease he is having, what medicines we have recommended already. Okay, since how many days he is associated with the hospital. So like this, associated data means the products or services or that are used by the context. That's the associated data. So we have to configure it one time here. All the features in Pega marketing and Pega decisioning will use this data only. Okay, here itself we give what is the email address, phone number, and the customer name, the property values. Okay, so you don't need to configure and again. Every feature will use it will get the data from context dictionary. Okay, so this we have seen in an automated way using the wizard, where with the wizard it will install first thing the XCAR model. XCAR stands for extended customer analytics record. So what it will do, it will install the data model. So data model means like sample classes, tables, columns, and properties for you automatically. Without the wizard, you have to download and you have to install it. So I'll try to schedule the call, manual call, and show you how to do. But we have seen the installation using wizard completed. Okay. Next, after XCAR model, we have NBAD template. NBAD stands for Next Best Action Designer Template. What this will do is it will install the sample offers, categories, and configuration for you. Okay, CDH configuration, I can say. So all this is automatically installed with the NBAD template. So after you do all these things, then you configure the context dictionary. The context dictionary, when you configure, it will automatically install several sample strategies, models, and data flows, etc. Okay, that means all the OOTB strategies, models, data flows will be configured by the context dictionary. You can simply save as that and customize according to your needs. That's what you can do. Okay, so this is what we have seen. I hope that it's clear for you and you started practicing at least what we have done. Now we have seen one more thing, that's a business structure. So once you do all these things, so first here you will be creating your application at this point of time. Okay, application creation will be done at this point of time here. Then the first step what you do is you create the context dictionary. After that you configure this business structure. So theoretically I showed you what is the business structure. Business structure contains three components. Business issue contains business group, then it contains the proposition. What is the difference between business issue, business group, and propositions? The business issue is, you can say, like the purpose or reason for promotion. Okay, examples like sales, retention, or let's say acquisition. Acquisition means to acquire new customers. For example, a new company introduced in the market. There is a very new company. That company does not have many customers. Maybe don't, maybe some hundreds are there. They want to increase it to thousands and ten thousands. For that purpose, they are doing marketing. Okay, then you have to give acquisition. Okay, like that. So generally, the business will tell you. If they don't tell you, then you have to think from your side what should be the purpose of promotion. Okay, so this is the like how you do it. Then the business group is category of the promotion. Category means what you are promoting, the category of that. For example, you are promoting a Dell i5 laptop, then category will be laptops. For example, you are promoting a 30% discount on some furniture. Your category will be discounts. Or for example, mobiles, let us say sofas. Okay, so all this is category of the promotion. You call it as business issue. So whatever you are promoting, first you decide. You get the information from the business. For example, you are promoting credit card, so it will be credit cards like that. So this is the category of what you are promoting. So for example, business wants to promote, okay, business wants to promote all the bank related things like personal loan, housing loan, credit cards, debit cards, all these things. Then the business can create a structure like this. like sales, credit cards is one group, then again debit cards is another group, and personal loans like this. Okay, sales is the business issue, and these three are the business groups. Okay, so these three are the business groups, and of course there can be more depending on what the business will say. Okay, so the structure will be like this: business issue, under business issue you will have business groups. Okay, under business issue you will have business groups. So under business groups you will have propositions. Proposition means what? So I told you on that day, right? Proposition means anything you propose to the customer. So here propose means anything that you promote to the customer, that is the proposition. So it can be product, service, discount, offer. Okay, it can be anything. It cannot be even product also. So anything that you send to the customer waiting for an action, that is called proposition. Okay, so sending an email, sending an SMS, maybe just a regular news and something, that cannot be proposition. But anything which you are sending to the customer where you are expecting some action from the customer, either it can be a purchase, it can be a response, it can be any other thing, but you are waiting for some action from the customer by providing something to the customer. So like a Dell, so here it will be like, for example, OnePlus smartphone, and let us say, for example, Dell i7, uh, what you say, like 16 GB RAM laptop. So these are some examples of propositions. So this is the structure of business structure, or you also call it as business taxonomy. It is also called as business taxonomy. Now let us see how do we configure this in the Pega. So again, I don't take backup daily because it will be difficult for me, but I recommend you to do that. Okay, but anyways, like just how we discussed, right, we are going to work on all telecom related thing or telecom related functionalities. Okay, so that it will be clear for you. So to configure the business taxonomy, go to the configure, decisioning, then you go to the decisions, proposition management. This is where you have to go to configure business taxonomy. Same, most of your features are in decisioning category only. Last time when you saw the services status, where we went to the decisioning infrastructure services. That's where we have seen the service status. Okay, which is our first step to check whether CDS services are running or not. Okay, so to configure taxonomy, you have to come here, decisioning, decisions, proposition management. Then you can start adding the taxonomy. So what you do, just click on add. So let us take the telecom example here. What I will do is I'll take like this, sales, internet plans, mobile plans. Okay, like this I'll give this to. Okay, sales, internet plans, mobile plans. Add new business issue. Then here you give sales. Then before that, let us go through the application stack, which is very important for you to understand. So we'll see that, and then we'll go to the configuration of taxonomy. So go to the application definition. Okay, so when you create a Pega decisioning application, some auto-generated rule sets are created in the application stack. So what are the rule sets? Let us understand. So right, when you create application automatically some rule sets will be created, which we already know, which will be the organization rule set, organization integration rule set, then implementation rule set, which is like your application rule set, and implementation integration rule set. So these rule sets are automatically created. Okay, if you give some name as ABC, then ABC rule set and ABC int rule set, like that it will be automatically created in your application, these rule sets, whenever you create the application. So along with this, two additional rule sets will be created in Pega decisioning application, which are very important to understand the purpose of that. So the first additional rule set that will be created when you create the application is called artifacts rule set. Okay, artifacts rule set. Second one is called NBAD tests rule set. So this rule set you will not see in Pega development applications. Only when you create decisioning application, then only these two rule sets are available. This rule set will be displayed. So, so what is the purpose of artifacts rule set? The artifacts rule set will allow you to, for multiple purposes. Let us understand the reason or the usage of this rule set. Okay. So first thing is, it is used as production rule set for decisioning applications. Okay, so it's used as production rule set for decisioning applications. That means anything that you want to um, anything that you want to update in production environment, you can directly use artifacts rule set only. Okay, so that means anything that you want to update in production for business purpose, you can do it here. Second or most important reason why artifacts rule set is used or why it is created means, all auto generated rules created using CDH implementation will go directly to artifacts rule set only. So if you remember, or if you also try yourself as well, when you configure the application using the wizard I showed you, there are so many rules that are getting auto created, strategies, data flows, all these things. They are getting automatically created whenever you configure this context dictionary. So which are like sample rules I told you, right? Which will create sample rules and sample strategies and all that. So the auto generated rules where it will be created means it will be created in artifact rule set only. Okay, not only during context dictionary, even when you are working in Pega marketing and Pega marketing side also, you will configure some settings and those settings, when you are configuring in the backend, some rules will be created. Most of the Pega marketing rules are like that only. When you configure on the UI in the backend, some rules get auto generated. So these auto generated rules will automatically store in artifacts only. That is how Pega has defined. So you don't need to again create a separate rule set, or there is no option to um, make it go into another rule set. Okay, auto generated rules, all of them will be created in this rule set version only. So you have to keep the highest version of artifact rule set always open. Okay, always open in all environments. Okay, because I mean, at least in dev and prod you keep it open, because You will do some changes, right? Sometimes you need to save some configuration. You need to save some settings. So when you're doing that, if you don't keep this artifacts rule set open, then it will not be able to create that auto generated rules and it will fail. Okay, so it is very important that you keep this highest version open. In case if it is still failing, it's better to unlock all the artifacts rule set versions. Okay, artifacts rule set versions are not supposed to be locked unless you are doing any deployment. Once the deployment is done, again you open it. Okay, so the main purpose of this rule set is to store auto generated rules. Then the remaining purpose are also I'm telling you. All decisioning rules will store in artifacts rule set. Okay, decisioning rules means what? Like strategies, models, or what you say like actions, treatments. So this is not Pega, right? This is not Pega rules. These are Pega decisioning related rules, Pega decisioning and Pega marketing rules. So these all rules we have to keep it in artifacts rule set only. Of course, then whatever you have, like for example properties, okay, like properties, data transforms, which we already know, those rules, those you can keep it in your rules rule set or your implementation layer rule set. There is not an issue. Okay, so only decisioning related rules which you create specifically for decisioning, right, those you keep in artifacts rule set. Okay, so as we progress, you will come to understanding which rule types we have to keep it in this, which rule type we have to keep it in other rule sets. Okay, so this is the thing. Then next thing is, since it is always unlocked, we can use this rule set for any technical POC or like a delegated rule set also. Okay, delegated rule set means you can ask some business people to keep their changes in this rule set. Okay, so for all these purposes artifact rule set is used. Okay, any questions on this or any confusion or no confusion?
Do we create any rules in the implementation class?
Just a minute, I have to
Either,
this thing.
Ravi?
Yeah, can you tell me now?
Uh, yeah, I can hear you. So
Yeah,
you're saying all the rules for the decisioning, whatever we're going to create, is going to create in the artifacts.
yeah, not all of them. So I'll tell
But
you
most,
which of them.
more,
Yeah, most of them we keep it there. Okay, so
okay,
generally, whichever rules that does not interact with Pega rules, like the data transforms, activities, and all those, which does not interact with these rules, those rules you keep it in artifacts like strategies, models, actions. So you don't use these in Pega rules. They are completely independent and they will run by themselves. Okay, so these rules you
okay.
keep it in artifacts.
And the rest of the rules going to be implementation rules.
Yeah, implementation rule set or organization rule set depending on where you want to store. So
Okay,
rest of the rules same as how you do in Pega.
okay.
Yes. So
Thanks.
then the auto generated will automatically go to this. So you have to keep it open always in highest version.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions? Yeah. Okay, if no other questions, then let's proceed. So then we have the NBAD tests rule set here. So NBAD tests stands for what? NBAD stands for next best action designer tests. So this is simply one purpose, or you can say like simple reason for this is to store test cases. Okay, so in Pega, we separately create a test cases rule set, right, where we store the unit test cases. Okay, here already Pega decisioning application will give to you to store the unit test cases. Okay, like tc underscore some unit test case you created, that one. And also any or you can say like any testing that you do, any testing that you do in Pega decisioning, we have to store it in NBAD tests only. For example, you created a strategy, you want to test it whether that strategy will work or not by giving some sample input. You want to test whether this strategy will work as expected or not, so that you can keep it that kind of testing in the NBAD test rule set. So this is the purpose of this NBAD test, mainly for storing any testing related rules which you don't want to deploy for higher environment. Only for testing purpose that is there, you have to keep it in this rule set. Okay, so these are the two additional rule sets that we have. Apart from that, everything is same for you. Okay. Okay, all right. So now just you see here already artifacts is there and NBAD test is there. For example, if I open this, so you see this is unlocked and so many rules are there in this version. All these are auto generated, or most of them are auto generated. Okay, so just you can go through and see, you see this model, all auto generated rules only. So this many rules no one has created, you see, it is generated by system admin, you see, because you see the name also it is showing as system admin. System admin means they are automatically created in this version when you are configuring the wizard. Fine, so now let's configure this taxonomy. So I'm creating new business issue. I keep here as sales. Then I select the rule set as CDH rules. Okay, sales, create. Then you see that a new business issue is added here. So now what I will do, I'll just say add. I'll say add a new group. So under the business issue, you will have groups. See, here so many business issues are there. For example, acquire, collections, grow. So what are all these? All these are purpose of promotion. For example, I want to acquire new customers. So the name is given as acquire because my purpose of promotion is to acquire new customers. I want to retain existing customers. So the purpose of the promotion is retain. Under business issue, you will have business groups. For example, under acquire, you have all these things. Okay, same way we have to do like that only. So I'll say new group. I'll say internet plans. I select the business issue as sales, which we just created. Rule set is rules rule set and create. So here we have a checkbox that is called versioned proposition data. What is that? What is versioned proposition data? That also we'll discuss. Now again I'll say add one more group. Add group. I'll give here mobile plans. I'll say mobile data plans. Select the business issue as sales. Rules rule set, create. So that's it.
Ravi, yeah,
Yeah.
Ravi, one more thing.
Uh,
When you're creating a uh, this issue,
proposition.
no sales. Yes, you're creating an issue first, and then you're creating a business group. When you're
Hmm.
choosing that one, you have to choose in the same class wherever you're creating the sales.
Yeah, I will come into that. So there is
Okay.
some. Yeah, there is some information about class. I'll tell you. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Yes.
yeah. In the definition also, I've seen so many artifacts classes. So you can explain if
Where?
you go to definition in the CDH application. If you go to CDH definition,
Uh-huh.
uh, yeah,
Here.
yeah. Here I can see the one. There is the one in element number 5. There's another artifacts, and there's
No,
another
just
one is
ignore this. All these are custom created. You ignore this.
What
When
about
you
the
create
custom
application,
rules? It
yeah, I think this is also a custom created. It's not auto created. Okay.
okay,
When you create application, this rule set will be there. This rule set and
okay,
this one, and your ordination integration. That's it.
okay. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. The other
Yeah.
one is a okay. That's why I
Yes.
confused.
So with your application name dash artifacts, application name dash like that, it will be created.
Here it is.
Okay.
no
Okay.
here. Our what is the organization here? Is it
Here
Uber?
ordination is Ubank. Yes.
Okay.
So that's why these four are auto created, but remaining are custom added. Okay. You don't see it
What
in
is
your
that
application.
CDH common something was there like sixth one?
Again,
That is
like custom rule set, custom rule set. I mean,
okay.
they created for themselves, not automatically created.
Okay, these will be created when you create an application. Is it?
Correct, correct. So this one, second one, third one, seventh one, eighth one, ninth one, 10th one. That's it. Only this will be created. Remaining, they might have added later.
So in
Okay.
that one CD, okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Just understand difference between artifacts and NBID tests. When you go for artifacts, when you go for tests, but remaining are same as it is same purpose. Okay.
One more question, Ravi. When you create when you're creating this taxonomy, right? You have
Hmm.
chosen the CDH rules as your rule set, but
Right.
while creating strategy and other things, you said you have to use artifacts rule set, right? This taxonomy doesn't come.
No, 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 no. It
Okay.
doesn't come under that. Yes. Okay. So I'll tell you again while we go through. Also, I'll tell again. But
Mm-hmm.
this doesn't come under artifacts.
Okay.
Okay. So mainly these four. Uh, I think I recollect only these four, not more than this: strategies, models, actions, probably data flows also. That's it. Nothing else apart from this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
So sorry,
yeah.
sorry, Ravi, I'm interrupting you. Try to understand
No
the
worries.
structure. So you create the issue first, right? Then you creating the business group,
Groups.
right? Right, and that is also you creating under the artifacts.
No, in rules we are creating.
When you choose out on when you choosing when you under the sales when you select create an internet or mobile,
Hmm.
yeah, you selected the
Both of
class,
them,
right?
we selected our rule set,
Rule
not
set. Okay.
artifacts.
CDH rules.
CDH
Okay.
rule set.
Okay. CDS
Okay.
rule set. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So that is how you have to create in your application also, or you can go through this existing taxonomy which is there. They will also create there only. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this is a business issue. Two business groups: internet plans, mobile data plans. Okay. So now we have to create the proposition. Proposition means anything that you propose to the customer. Very easy definition to remember. Proposition: anything that you propose to the customer and you wait for a response, right? So that is a proposition. Now let us add propositions. So before that, let us understand what is this versioned proposition data. So when I try to add a new group, I am getting a checkbox which is called version proposition data. So simple, as the name clearly tells, versioned proposition data means there is a rule set version for that. So when I select this checkbox, you see here version is coming, which version you want to create. When I don't select this checkbox, this version is gone. So versioned proposition data means just we are adding a version to that. So it is very important, right? Why version is needed? So for example, let us say the internet, let us say 100 Mbps internet plan. Today it is costing like 3,000 rupees per month or something like that. Okay, 3,000 rupees per month. So tomorrow, 100 Mbps plan, internet plan, the business decided to reduce the cost from 3,000 rupees to 2,000 rupees per month. So whenever there is a change in the rule, what we do in Pega, we simply create a new version and we do it there, right? Same here also in decisioning, you do like that only. So here you created this proposition in 010101 version. Okay, CDH rules 0101 like this. They asked you to change it from 3000 to 2000. You don't update the same rule set version anytime. Same like how you do in Pega development also. There are some 10 steps in activity. You have to add 20 steps. You will not update the same version, right? You will save as that and you will keep it in a branch or you will keep it in a next highest version. So you do the same thing here also. And it is very important that you need to understand that offers are always supposed to change. They will not remain constant anytime, right? Because products, services, they are always changing. Price will change, color will change, or let us say the stock will change. Today 20 are there, now tomorrow only 10 are available. So like this, you have to always keep updating them. So every time you update the products or propositions, you have to keep a highest version again. So that's what you are doing here also. So create version proposition data means it will give you that version control. Every time you have to select this checkbox. Okay, when you are creating offers means always we create a version proposition data only. You don't create unversioned proposition data. So unversioned proposition data, you see on the top they are mentioning that they have been deprecated and will not support in future versions. Then what is the purpose of unversioned proposition means previously when the business wants to add their own offers, their own things, they used to create it in unversioned proposition data. So unversioned proposition data means you have to update the same uh, proposition again and again without any version control. There will not be any version control. So just that is the meaning between version proposition data, unversioned proposition data. Okay, that means there is a version available for the offers. So that when you have to update, you have to save as to higher version and you have to update. That is the version proposition data. Okay, always you have to create them as version proposition data only by default. So now let us add offers. So what I'm doing, I'm just check out. Then okay, I'm just doing checkout here. Then what I'll continue. So let us add some simple offers here. I'll say for example 300 Mbps internet plan, okay, with OTT, something like that with OTT I'm giving. Okay, 300 Mbps internet plan with OTT. Some description you can give it here. Now you define here whether this offer is always active, never active, or this offer is enabled only during certain time period. So best example here again. For example, you are giving some 20% discount on let's say some Christmas season. Okay, only on 25th of December you are supposed to give some 20% discount. Then you can select the date here as December and you just uh, select the 25th of December and you select the start date and end date also, date time also. Okay, like that you give it. That means only on that particular day this offer will be enabled. Remaining all days this offer will be disabled. So when offer is disabled or when the proposition is disabled, it will not be sent to the customer. Okay, or the Pega strategy will not recommend the offer because the offer is in disabled state. Okay, that's what you have to understand here, whether it is enable, disable, or enable only on a particular time period. For example, Dasara offers, Diwali offers are there. Okay, like Ramzan offer. So some specific offers will be there, right, in every season. So this kind, at that scenario, you give the start date and end date. So system will automatically disable once the end date is reached. That's what it will do. So like this, I'm creating the offer here. You see here, 300 Mbps internet plan with OTT. Again, I'll create one more. Let us say 100 Mbps internet plan without OTT. Like this, I'm giving. Like this, I'm giving, and I say create. So now I have created two propositions: 300 Mbps and 100 Mbps. So that is how we create a proposition. Proposition means anything that you propose to the customer and waiting for the customer's response. That you call it as a proposition. Okay, same way you can try to do it in the mobile data plans also. I'm not again doing the same thing. You just go here, just select mobile data plan, then you open this one and start adding the offers. Okay, start adding the offers. Simply just check out and click on new and you can add it. So let me know any questions still here or you understood.
Uh, yeah, understood. Avan. There is if you open that proposition, one of them,
Uh,
if you open it, there is on the bottom there is another column called average cost. What is this?
yes, so that is a fields in your proposition. We'll come to that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Ravi, if the same offer is going for the next time, like if you wanted to give the same offer for the next time, suppose for Diwali, and you are going to open up, I mean, you have to create the same role set in the highest version or
No,
as
like I told, if there is any change in the offers content, then only you do that. For example, they give a property, they gave a custom property called average cost. Today, in this year, average cost is, let's say, 3,000 rupees. Next year, average cost is like 5,000 rupees. Then you save as to highest version and you update it. But this year and next year, same cost and data is also same. You don't need to do. Okay, it will remain same.
Ravi, can we give two different timelines like for Diwali and Dashera? Can we add it or do we need to create two different propositions? For
Two
example,
different
same of
propositions. One
okay, two.
proposition will have only one timeline.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so that's all. So you
And
can
this
give the offer name. You give the description here. You will say Diwali like that. You can give whatever you want in description
Yeah.
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
Ravi,
sorry.
when you created a rules, this thing, okay, you have
Yeah.
used checkout option and saved it
Yes.
and then created another one. And when do you use check-in actually?
Check in just like how you do in your Pega, right? When you want other people to see the offers, you check in it. If it
Mm-hmm.
is in your checkout, other people cannot see what you created.
Yeah.
Same like Pega, how we do.
Okay.
So you added some steps to the activity, but
Mm-hmm.
you did not check in. Other
Mm-hmm.
people cannot see the changes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And Ravi, one more thing. Is it so this is all created in this class. CDH versus stand for SR. You can sale, I
Yeah.
understood.
We'll come to know about the classes, but
Okay.
I'm just about to start that only.
Okay, no worries.
Yep.
Just because I'm seeing this one, so I just need to know the class.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So if there is no confusion till the taxonomy, creating business issue, business group, and offers, we'll start with class. Okay. No questions till here till propositions. Okay. So we created business issue sales. Under business issue sales, we created two business groups: internet plans, mobile data plans. In internet plans, we have added two propositions like 300 Mbps plan, 100 Mbps plan. So like this, we added two propositions. So just a sample hierarchy, how you configure the business taxonomy. So now coming into the class structure. So let us understand how the class structure is there and what is the class structure hierarchy. So there is something new class introduced in Pega decisioning, which is called SR class. SR stands for strategy result. SR stands for strategy result class. Okay, so just like how you have work class in your Pega development, right? So here in decisioning we have SR class. Okay, so this is only specific to decisioning applications. You don't see this in Pega development applications. Okay, SR stands for strategy result class. So this class is automatically created when you create at least one business issue in your application. Okay, see, by default in your application, when you launch for first time, nothing will be there. Since this is OOTB sample application given by Pega, all these business issues, business groups and offers are created. But in your fresh application, nothing will be there. Everything will be empty. Everything will be empty. So when you create the first business issue in your application, then this SR class will be automatically created for you with the format called application name dash SR. This is how the format will be there when you create the first business issue. So for example, our application name is ABC, then it will be like ABC dash SR. In this application, application name is CDH. So the SR structure will be CDH dash SR. Now, when you create a business issue, then see, just like you visualize it, same like how you do in case type. So when you create a case type, what happens is automatically, so your, for example, ABC dash work dash, like case type name is some purchase order. So this class will be automatically created, right? Same way here also. When you create a business issue, for example, just I showed you how to create a business issue, then automatically it will create a class like CDH dash SR dash sales. Then I created two business groups under sales. Then your class structure will be automatically created as CDH dash SR dash sales dash what we create internet plans, and CDH dash SR dash sales dash mobile data plans, right? This is what we created. So automatically these classes will be created in your application. When you create at least one business issue, SR class will be automatically created. When you keep creating business issues, business issue class will be created. And if you create business group also under that, then it will be like this: CDH dash SR dash sales dash internet plans. Like this it will be created. So you don't need to create manually, automatically it's created in your application. So then what is the purpose of this? Same like how you have in your Pega development. For example, you have some e-commerce application where you have something like this: ABC dash work, ABC dash work dash purchase order, and ABC dash work dash fulfillment. So like this, some classes are there, which is automatically created with your case type. So just like, for example, there is a property called customer ID, and this is common for both purchase order and fulfillment. What you do? You create that in the work class, right? You create that in the work class, so that purchase order class and fulfillment class, both of them can access. Same way here also, you follow the same inheritance structure. Okay, for example, there is a property. Let us say something like you have a property called product ID. So this product ID will be used in all these classes also: internet plans, mobile plans. So you have to create it at SR class level. Okay, so for example, there is something called um, internet plan, monthly price. Property name is this one. So this property is specific to internet plans only. Then you create it in internet plans class. Okay, just like how you follow inheritance in your work class, same way here also you do that. Something is specific to mobile data plans, you create it here. Something specific to this, you create here. Something specific to sales, then you create at sales level. Something specific to all the business issues and all the business groups. For example, we have acquire, grow. Let us say there is something called customer ID. which will be used in all the business issues and all the business groups. Then you have to create it at SR level like this. Okay, same thing like how we do. Now coming to this right here, I'll just go to the app Explorer. I told you SR class structure will be your application name dash SR. Okay, here in this application, Ubank is organization, application name is CDH. So you just type application name dash SR. That is your class structure. So you see, all these classes are automatically created. You see, whatever is there here, right? Same classes are there here also. So when you create business issue, automatically this is also created. So you see sales, under sales I have internet plans, mobile data plans. So when you are doing something on the UI, some rules are getting created in the backend. Okay. So for example, decision data is one of that, which will see it in the later sessions. Okay. So they will also be automatically created. And you see, whatever we just created, it same thing will come in this class. Okay. Now anything specific to internet plans, you create it here. Properties or anything. Anything that is used in sales, you create it at sales level. Okay. So understood now the class structure. So that is nothing but C. Yes, sir.
Little bit
Yeah.
confused. So we don't use the organization name in the, like, with the
No, no,
you
not use.
now.
We don't use.
So it's automatically created under the CDS SR. Then
Yeah.
after that,
CDH
whichever the
dash
issue,
SR.
and then
Yes.
issue can
Uh,
groups.
Whatever we have
That,
created in SR, we can use, we can inherit
yeah.
those rules from
Yeah. Same thing. So same thing.
existing
Like you see here.
rules. Yes.
See, I right click here. I click on inheritance. You see CDH dash SR dash collections. Parent of this is CDH dash SR. Parent of this is CDH dash. And the parent of all the SR classes, the parent name is this one. So this is also very important. Just you remember this. So it's like at the rate base class. So how you know at the rate base class is the parent of all classes, right? Parent class of
Mhm.
all classes in Pega. Same way,
Yes.
the parent class of SR class. Okay, the parent class of all SR classes is data dash px strategy result. So you have to remember this class name. You have to remember this class name, and this is where all your OOTB properties are present. Just remember this class name for now. As we go forward, you will understand what it will contain.
Okay.
Okay,
Data PX strategy results is nothing but a at base class. But SR
just
class we are
like
created
at the
or
rate
it
base
is
class.
created.
What is it?
Sorry. Data dash PX strategy results is nothing but a at base class. Like we can assume that.
Hmm.
But what is SR class? Is that we created or?
SR classes is again automatically created. Okay. See, SR class is specific to application, but this is not specific to application. So regardless your application is having any business issues or business groups, if there are not, it will still be there. Okay.
That's a Pega
See it.
provided class.
Yeah, it's Pega provided class, not specific to application. It will be shipped with Pega application directly,
This is only for decisioning, right?
only for decisioning.
And one more thing, Ravi,
Mm.
do we create any properties in organization class?
Yeah, if you have to use it in other application, you create it. Otherwise, not required.
So, so if we, for example, if we create any properties in UB bank that is in part of this application, that we
Mm.
can use in this one and the
Yeah, we
CDH.
can use. See, you can use. Just you have to create a framework, right, for your organization. You create like ubank dash fw like this. You create and you can do that.
We can do
So
that. Okay.
yeah, but it might not be under SR. It might be under data class like that.
Data class here.
So then you can inherit like that.
Do we create any data classes in CDH, SR?
Yeah, yeah, we create
Okay, okay. So it's the same structure, same sort of Pega structure, but
same.
only
Yes,
only difference is this is SR automatically created once we going for the
yes.
CDH.
So all decisioning rules will
go under SR class.
as a class. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the thing. Application name dash SR, application name dash SR dash business issue dash you can say like
Business group.
business group. This is how the structure. You have 10 business issues, 10 classes will be there for that. Again, if you have business groups also, again that class will also be there. So depending on where you want to keep the property, you have to decide from your side. But for all of them, parent class is data dash px strategy result. Okay. So understood now?
Yeah.
Yesterday we created one class like Reliance and Geoplan, one
That is
application, right?
application. Yeah, yeah, correct.
Yeah. So for this example, we didn't use that application, right?
Yeah, but we will create similar rules only. Okay. So whatever related to telecom, we are using the same thing. Okay.
Ah,
Okay.
In that case, can't we use the same application which we have created?
No, like I told, I did not take the backup. The application is gone. Okay.
Oh,
So there is no difference. See, there is no difference even if you create a new one or not new one. What we are going to learn will be telecom only, is what I'm saying. Okay. So we are going to take telecom related scenarios, telecom related thing only, and we'll see the same thing. That's the reason I created internet plans and mobile data plans.
So for tomorrow, are you going to take this backup of this application today
Yeah,
for
yeah, I'm going
tomorrow
to take
class?
it. I'm going to
Okay.
take.
Oh,
Yeah. So I'm going to take the application backup today. Uh, Fine. So one more thing. So just I want to close with this one. So we created business issue, and in that we have business group. In that we have propositions. So this is from naming wise it is fine. On the front end wise it is fine. In the back end, the business issue is stored in the property called py issue. Okay, just remember. See, all these things you have to remember. Parent of all SR classes is this one, data dash px strategy result. Business issue on the front end you see as business issue. In the back end, property name where it will store in the clipboard, it will store under py issue. Business group is stored under py group. The propositions, that is the, we have created two things, right? 100 mbps plan, 300 mbps plan, they are stored under py name property. So remember this property names, at least these three for now. There are more are there, but we'll see later. Business issue under py issue, business group py group, proposition py name. Okay, so that's where it is stored. All these OOTB properties, right, which you are seeing, they are present in this class only. OOTB decisioning properties, like below, py issue, py group, py name, all these are present in this class only, data dash px strategy result. So even if you try to hover and see the live view also, you can come to know what is a property name. So for example, if you just come here and see this internet data plans, internet plans, and if you just live view and see here, right, you see the property name. What is a property name? Py name. Py name. Okay. And I think if you just come here, see decisioning, and if you just live view and see the property name, you can see, you see here it's py name. Okay, it's not py name, but I think it's the UI is they're displaying. So this is the thing. Okay, so you see here, you see py issue, right? You see property name is py issue, business group name is py group. So you're able to see, right? So just remember these three properties: business issue under py issue, business group under py group, propositions that you create at the property name is py name. Okay, so we'll see the remaining things tomorrow, but just follow what we have done today, and you have to
Ravi.
remember these things. Yeah.
Yeah. So Ravi, if you go back to the application, sorry, I'm going in advance, maybe probably. If you click on sales only, then it will show all the cases.
No, don't say cases. All the groups.
Groups. Okay.
Yeah.
So like in Pega, the
Hmm.
when you click on the for example, this saves like that class, right? When you click on that one,
Hmm.
it shows all the cases in from that class.
Hmm.
So same thing happening here as well in the
Yes. Yes.
group.
Same.
So are you able to show us any existing clipboard clipboard basically for any case? For not for this application, maybe for the other groups, maybe you already
Yeah.
created
Yeah. Yeah. Tomorrow we'll see that.
tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So
Ravi,
just for
can you
now,
show
just
me
remember all these things.
application?
Show what?
How to create application and
Application we have
installing
seen
data.
right in yesterday's session. How to create
But
application.
we don't know how to install the data model.
How to?
Install the data model, business taxonomy,
Just
and
don't worry.
personal.
Just you go with the wizard for now.
Okay.
So I'll tell you manually how to do. For now, you go with the wizard. How we have done yesterday. You select this and it will start the wizard.
I
Okay.
don't even see anything all these decision happen on. But if I
Where?
go with the cloud only, I can work on it.
If you don't say, just use the cloud for now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, in
Yeah, just
personal
use.
edition, we don't have these options, Ravi.
No, personalization, we don't see that. Correct.
Yeah, even I tried to download that XCAR and other NABD template,
Hmm.
but I'm not able to import one of them.
Okay, so tomorrow session we will see that manually how to do.
Yeah, sure, that would be
Okay.
helpful.
Yeah, tomorrow session we'll see manually how to do. For now, just let us be what you say completely understanding about till here where we have done.
Okay.
Okay, so
Are
just
we
go
going
through
to
this
cover that
recording.
backup today? Like how to
Backup,
take the backup?
backup. I'll show you tomorrow. Backup also.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah.
And are you going to share
Ravi,
this top notes?
We'll share it this one.
Okay.
Class 4. I'll keep it in desktop. Okay, I'll share it with you.
yeah.
All of you.
Ravi, what do you recommend whether to use a personal edition or go to the cloud
Use
version?
cloud. Use cloud. But if you cannot use, then only you go for personalization.
Okay.
Try to use cloud
Yeah.
only.
But show us how to take a backup tomorrow so that it will be helpful for
Hmm.
us.
Sure. Tomorrow I'll show you.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so that's all for today. So just go through what we have learned. What is artifacts rule set? What is rules rule set? What is business issue? How to create business issue, business group, propositions, how to what you say, what is a version proposition data, unversion proposition data, all these things. And what about SR class also? What is SR class? How to configure that? All these things. So just try to recollect and try to go through the recording and we'll connect tomorrow.